Giving me the opportunity to present some results of the ISMOR study.
And I would like to thank you for this amazing study you're going to present. She's going to present something that has been seen nowhere and that was done only for the conference. And so I really hope you appreciate it, and that afterwards, I believe at their exhibit stand, you can get more information.
So what is ISMOR? ISMOR is for Insulin in Social Media, original research. This study is based on the monitoring of discussions about insulin in social media in France and the UK. About 200 social media have been monitored during February. Social media focusing on health, and about 50 dedicated on diabetes. We retrieved about 2,200 messages mentioning insulins, or Lantus, Levemir, and Humalog. And we analyzed these messages to answer 3 questions. Where can we find discussions about insulin? Who speaks about insulin? And what are the topics associated to these treatments? So where can we find conversations? So even if English diabetics are very fond of Twitter, largely more than French diabetics, forums come first, certainly because their format is more adapted to conversation, discussion, to ask specific questions and share experience. In the UK, the 3 major forums are really dedicated to diabetes, and you can see that their names are very similar. We have diabetes.co.uk, diabetessupport.co.uk, and diabetessupport.forum.uk. And on the contrary, in France, general forums dedicated to health in general and maternity are the most active sources regarding insulins. Who speaks about insulins? Over 90% of authors are patients themselves. And we found a significant part in patient messages dedicated to pregnancy and gestational diabetes, so messages sent by mother-to-be. And another interesting fact is about mobile patients. On the most active sources, diabetes.co.uk, we found about 12% of messages sent using the forum mobile application of this website. And moreover, we found a lot of comments about on mobile applications dedicated to diabetes management. So maybe tomorrow we will find comments on My Sugar, the application presented yesterday. Another interesting point is about patients' relatives. About 5% of messages were sent by patients' relatives, mainly by parents of newly diagnosed children. And only 1% of messages were sent by health professionals, mainly by nurses and general practitioners on Twitter, who passed on clinical news about research on diabetes and on insulin, of course. And surprisingly, we found discussions from pet owners about pet treatments on the same sources. Regarding topics associated to insulins, nutrition and how to adapt diet is the most frequent topic discussed. funnily, we found that French people were stay close to their reputation of fin gourmet because we found a strong interest in having a healthy and tasty diet, while British people were most interested in counting carb. So injection devices is the second topic most frequently associated with insulins, especially how to deal with a pump in everyday situation at the pool, or how to dress to make it invisible. And the fear of injection is also a lot often commented. Social impacts too, and other topics you can find, you will find in the complete study available at our booth. So lastly, we made a focus on three particular insulin: Lantus, Levemir, and Lumalog. Lantus, Sanofi's Lantus is the insulin the most sold and also the most commented. And our team, which is trained to pharmacovigilance methodology, has analyzed the messages and counted the number of potential pharmacovigilance cases associated to these three insulins. The potential pharmacovigilance cases are mainly associated to inefficient insulin, hypoglycemia, or side effects linked to the injection, like a burning or a stinging effect. We can see that in terms of proportion, Levemir here seems to be the one with fewer potential pharmacovigilance cases. And this approach can be relevant for a pharmaceutical company which wants to complete its vision of drug usage under real life conditions, or to complete the vision of authorities, for example, to track, for example, misusage of a drug or an addiction. So thank you very much for your attention.